All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go live. We are live. Hey, this is Wall Street Sizing Up. I am Mark Maddox, your moderator. We are going to do stocks to watch, the Monday morning opening bell. We're just going to stream it. That's what we're going to do. I typically do a video, but we're just going to stream it today. There's only 2 stocks. I do have a little bit of a bonus stock, a little bit on technicals. We're light on stocks. One is because the markets are choppy. That's one. 2 is when markets get choppy, a couple of the smart moves is to trade less and make smarter moves, right? Concentrate your trades, and then you don't want to move as much size. And so when that happens, you don't have a lot of 13G and 13D filings coming in. So with that said, we will get started and see if we can get out of here at a decent hour. Again, we only have 2 stocks. The first one is Gms Inc. So Gms Inc. There you see it. They are from what I understand, they're a wallboard and suspended ceiling company. They did have a little bit of a dip, and you'll see that, but they're a recovery play, but they never really had to recover. So Chris Shackleton at Callion Capital sized up on them. He owns 4.4 million shares. He sized up another close to 500,000 shares on March the 3rd, right? And we'll look at that in just a second. So let me tell you a little bit about GMS. Coliseum has only gotten an 8% return so far. Again, he's sitting on about a $140 million position, right? The last 6, one of the good signs of this stock is 90% of Wall Street institutions own the stock. 90% of the stock is owned by Wall Street institutions, if I said that correctly. The last 6 months, 2 million shares have been bought by the insiders. It looks like the COO, vice president, and the CEO, right? It is a recovery play. It's more of I'd say a slow play. It does have a price target. You see it ended today at $39.68. If I look at the chart here, and let me go back to it. Gosh dang it. And it's and just to let you know, it's a price target's 48. It had its high back in 2017, which it's at now. It's at the 39 mark now, right? It's a slow burn. It does have earnings forecasts that are supposed to grow at 25% this year. Again, it's a slow burn, but it is at its all-time high, which it was in 2017. So if I'm looking at this, here, let me get there's 3 month, there's the month, here's the last five days. But I go out to the 6 month and then to the year to really see where this thing's trading, because it has continued to go up since March of last year. The trading range, again, it hasn't gone parabolic, so it's at 39 now. You can see you've got some support at 34, but really your first base support is going to be at 27. You can see it there, and then you probably got the last supports at 22. But I really base if I'm going to trade this, again, it's gone up very, very quickly in the last month and a half, right? If I'm trading, my base support is at 27, 28, and again, you've got your first support line is going to be about 34, but that's not a hard support line. So I just wanted to let you know that one. So we like GMS. Again, the price target is 48. Wanted to let you know that. All right, next up we have Cpe. Now this is Callion Petroleum, right? Again, this is a energy play that has gone parabolic literally in the last 3 months. Cpe, Kalyan Petroleum Company. Now what they do is, clearly they're a oil play. They have huge momentum. They're in the Permian Basin drilling. They've been there since 1950. So for them to pull oil out of the ground, crude out of the ground, is very, very cheap for them. So Chemridge Energy Management sized up on them. They've traded, they've been in trade since then, not a lot, but since 2016. They just sized up with 3.4 million shares for total shares of 5.5 million shares. They sized up on 2/23. So on February 23rd, they sized up with 3.4 million shares. I'll show you why in just a second. Let me tell you a little bit more about the stock, though. So the earnings forecast growth is 85%. 85% this year. Now, Chemridge Energy Management Company has gotten a 70% return since the 23rd. I don't like to see that kind of pump, but when you see the actual stock chart, you'll see why. Since January alone, CPE is up 200%. It has outperformed everything. In fact, its price target, listen to this. The past 2 months, there have been 5 earnings estimates that have been all moved higher, as well as price targets. So it's outrun them all. You can see there that this price target was 18. It did have a 31. It's already outrun it. So it is going parabolic. Let's take a look at it. Here it is here. So this is right here is March 2nd, guys, and then it just goes whoop straight up. So there's not a lot. There is. I would say that this is base support, but I'm sure there are more technical guys, more TA guys out there. But I would see 37, 36 as some support in there. If you really want to look at the base, there might be some 32, but for sure it's the base support. If you look at the last line of supports at 27, right? So that could fall quite a bit. So if it breaks off down 37, and again today it was up, I want to say it was up huge today. Let's see how far that goes back. Golly, it was up. There you are, guys. It was up. Literally went from 33 to 38, right? So it was up quite a bit, $5 on the day. And this is a stock literally at the start of March was at 27. So I would say that, again, support at 37, a little bit more. Gosh, there's some trash in here. It's really hard to see where there's any support because it's going up so fast. But you've certainly got base support at 27. If it were to break that, if you were to buy the stock, it were to break that, it's definitely going to fall. So with that said, we like this stock. I'm not a big guy that likes this huge pump right here, you know. But we believe this will continue higher. You might have a drawback, a retrace a little bit like it did here and then here, just because it's going up so fast. It's much like Bitcoin, right? It's going up so fast that it's got to draw. It's good for it to retrace, is what I'm saying. You just don't want to see it retrace the last retrace. If it does, it might be going down a lot faster. Now, I will say this. We like this stock. I'm sold on. I'm looking at this more long term here. I don't know if it continues to go parabolic, but I think it still does have some upside to run before it does retrace. I'll say that. That is CPE. The next up, this is the bonus stock. All right, this is Agle, Agle Therapeutics. Sorry, Therapeutics. Not a lot to say about them. They've had a couple pumps. I tend to look back on this one, and you ended the day about 725, right? That's exactly where I would say the base support is. About $7, $7.06 is the base support. So if it doesn't trend up on Monday, you might have some issues with this one here, right? Let me look at the 5-day. Let's zoom out. Yeah, that's where that's going to be your base support. Is right at if it falls below 7, you got to cut it. So didn't do a lot of research on this one because one, it just was going nuts, and didn't like the company that bought into, or I didn't like the hedge fund, if you would. It's Julian Banker, a very good hedge fund, but I didn't like what happened is that it went up 16% as soon as this filing was revealed, which is not on this chart here, right? So it will fall back down, right? But I believe it's above. I don't have the Yahoo up, but I believe it's like at 760 right now. So that's a bonus stock, guys. I'm not real sold on that one yet, but at least you've got a base support there. So that's AGLE. So GMS, CPE, and potentially AGLE. That's my stocks to watch for. What would it be? Monday morning. It's March 8th, guys. March 8th already on Monday. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you. You know we're sponsored by StockTrade.tips. They have one goal, and that's to help you profit off the insider positions of the hedge funds. They do it through SMS text. If they still believe that a position is still in the money and could still pop, they will send you an SMS text message. Very soon, guys. And this is to my subscribers now. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you guys. We're continuing to get more and more. We believe we're about to move to either a Telegram channel or a Discord channel, because I don't like just me, throwing out stocks to you, ones that I see that are going up. I will tell you this, since we have done a lot of biotech stocks, we went from 38% up this year. We're now about, I want to say it was at 24. It just depends on where you got at it. So between 20 and 28. So I called it 24% up, really since December, right? Actually since the mid-December, but that doesn't count GameStop. We also had some really good stocks. MGE was up big, 70%. And then we had 5 Prime. Therapeutics was just bought out, and it was up 70% as of yesterday. So very, very cool. So really appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Watch your six, go hard and paint. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you very much. See you.